Hi everyone. The anointing was a game changer in my life. Anointing is not just Christian, it's the presence of God's power. Dr. Pillai will come and anoint you, but the truth is, if you want the anointing to work 100%, you have to prepare for this. You have to prepare yourself for that awakening. Starting from tonight, Dr. Pillai will do a series of short videos that will help to prepare you for the November 29th anointing initiation that he'll be bestowing upon those who pre-register in advance. The bottom line is to understand that you have to make the anointing real for you. You have to make God real for you. You have to have 100% faith. I want to give you some anecdotal account from Benny Hinn. He was invited by another pastor who had cancer to do an anointing program in this pastor's church. The pastor never told Benny that he had cancer and that he really wanted to be healed. However, so Benny was invited and he went there, but the pastor was really wishy-washy. He did not have faith. He was on the stage in the corner watching Benny Hinn, judging him the entire time. So whenever Benny Hinn went to go over towards him to give him a healing, to give him anointing, God told him, do not go near that man. So Benny Hinn was confused. Here's this pastor who invited me to his church. I want to go give him the anointing, give him this healing. And God told him no. And God said, I am not yet real to him. I am not yet real to him. This is an example of a lesson for everyone, for all of us. Is God real to you? God has to become real to you. So when you call upon God, you feel his presence or her presence. So what does it mean? It means that you have to simply not be a believer, but have 100% faith in the anointing of God. Dr. Pillai is a conduit for the energy of God to come into our lives in a more powerful and effective way. I want to give you another example from Catherine Kuhlman. She was asked why some people are cured of cancer and some people are not. While answering this, she said, Jesus should become more real to you than the disease. Then you'll be healed instantly. But the disease is more real to you than Jesus right now. And so you have to go get treatment. The human mind by nature is a monkey mind. And you should do both until you are 100% within faith of God and that Jesus is more real than the disease, or whoever you're believing in is more real than the disease. We're not always there, right? And that's okay. We have to remember that this is a process. Paul said, you have to die every day. The ego has to die every day. The ego is that which separates us from God. So we start our journey in this process with trying to die every day, trying to let our ego die every day so that we become more aligned with God, so that we feel God in our presence. Charles Stanley says, you are disbelieving in God every moment. You have to, and that we're believing in the ego. So going back to letting the ego die and believing in God, this is the constant struggle, and we should be praying for that blessings to be able to come into our lives every moment of every day. So as for the anointing initiation with Dr. Pillai, if you're not able to show up at the time of the event, then please do not register. The commitment is for you to show up to the live event, and this is a test for your faith. If you're wishy-washy and you don't believe, that's okay. It's just not the right time for you. And don't come. It's better for you not to. It's a waste of your time, and it actually creates bad karma for you. It's not good for you or the others involved. Attending the event with lack of faith really diminishes the experience of others. Our energy contributes to the entire effectiveness of the ceremony. I'll give you an example. Shirley McLean brought a psychic surgeon from the Philippines. He was not able to perform what he wanted to do because there was one person in the audience who was negative and didn't believe, just was there for curiosity's sake. So they said, look, we know there's one person here. We turned off the lights. That person left. And once that person was gone, the healer was able to do his work because everyone there was contributing to the belief and power of the healing process. And that's what's so important for us to all be there in attendance with full faith. Now, again, there's no harm in not believing just yet. Continue to pray, prepare, and practice. But for those of you who are ready, then you do have to pre-register. It's absolutely free, but you do have to pre-register. This anointing initiation will not be aired publicly. There will not be a replay available. It is only airing live with Dr. Pillai. So please make sure that you register in advance and attend in person. And in God's will, we'll see you there.